Welcome back to another day on the Lorcana pixelborn client. Today, we're playing a deck designed by Bannibal Harca himself, who got a top 8 finish in the Milwaukee Constructed 2K. This is a Ruby Amethyst control deck, and if you've never heard of Bannibal Harca, then I would strongly encourage you to follow the link in the description to his channel and check him out. He is perhaps my favorite of the competitive Lorcana creators out there, and he does an amazing job explaining the decks he plays. Running up the curve, we are playing playsets of Olaf, Friendly Snowman, and Minnie Mouse Always Classy. Thanks to some Mims in the deck, we want to always have a turn 1 play if we can. It keeps our early game proactive, and it's the same reason we also play 3 copies of our 2-drop Kuzco Wanted Llama. In addition to Kuzco, we also run 4 copies of Madam Mim Snake, but Kuzco is here because we don't always want to bounce our 1-drop to hand, especially when we have our 3-drop Madam Mim Fox, who will also require a bounce target. Rounding out the 3-drops, we're also playing Maleficent Sorceress, Merlin Crab, and Minnie Mouse Stylish Surfer. Maleficent is never a bad card. She replaces herself in your hand, is a fantastic bounce target in the mid and late game, and if she's underpowered for the current board state, she can be inked. 1 copy of Merlin Crab is here as general support, but he works very well with Minnie Mouse Stylish Surfer and Peter Pan's Shadow in an evasive standoff. We don't want to see him all the time though, so only 1 copy is needed. And Minnie Mouse Stylish Surfer has quickly made its way into being one of the most important cards in the format. In the mirror, whoever controls the minis first usually will win the game. Turning to the 4-drops, we're playing 4 copies of Merlin Goat, Rabbit, and 2 copies of Peter Pan's Shadow. Between the 2 Mims and both 4-drop Merlins, these cards pair so well together, it's probably the reason you don't like playing against Amethyst. I'll trust you know just how strong these cards are together. As for Peter Pan's Shadow, he's an evasive 2-3 rush character who can shift the evasive tempo game back into your favor, allowing you to attack your opponent's evasive mini with your own and Shadow. Again, whoever has the evasive threats in the mirror has a strong advantage. And filling out the top of our curve, we're running 4 copies of Maui, Hero to All, 2 copies of Lady Tremaine, Imperious Queen, 3 copies of Ursula, Power Hungry, and 3 copies of Maleficent, Monstrous Dragon. Maui often trades for 2 or more characters and is essential for combating the Tiana decks out there that aim to shut down our control. Lady Tremaine is still a great tempo in that she removes an opposing character, but being uninkable and with the meta getting wise to her, she has lost some value. Ursula is a great tempo play as well, attacking your opponent's lore, replacing itself in your hand, and threatens to end the games quickly with her huge lore swing and big butt. And finally, Maleficent Dragon is both inkable and removes a threat. Being inkable is huge. It's why we don't run characters like Elsa or the 4th copy of Ursula. Thank you again to Bannibal Harca for making such a fun deck and sharing it with the world. But that's the deck. Let's jump in and see if we can't win a few. Emerald Steel. Is this hand disruption? I wonder. No Lady Tremaine. Don't need this many goats. I don't have any 1-drops for my snake, so not much of a curve filler. Maui could be very strong. I think I'm giving up goat. Feels weird to not have a turn 1 play. It's too many 2-drops. Alright, we're gonna get rid of that one since I actively can't even play it anyway. Hypnotize. I think we're gonna get rid of the Ursula. Are you a discard deck? Okay. I really like my friends, but I think we're inking one. Oh, not what I want to see. Pass the turn. If they are a discard deck, Maybe questing with Kuzco's fine, because them attacking it does the opposite of what they want to happen and fills my hand. Smash. That's good. It's going to stop me from singing. Man, that's a lot of Be Prepared's deck. What the crap? Alright, looks like we're just drawing. That is a lot of Uninkables deck. What the crap? Alright, opponent's still not really presenting as a discard deck. They just happen to have one card that did so. Deck! What the crap? I'm getting all of the Uninkables. Deck! No! I have all the Be Prepareds in my hand! This is the worst! Alright, I'm questing. I need Captain Hook to actually attack Kuzco at this point. This is the most obnoxious garbage I've ever seen. And it would only ever happen to me. There's 44 cards left in the deck still. Yeah, we'll get rid of one action. I have plenty of them. I got plenty of them. Yes, opponent, let me draw more cards. Do the opposite of what you're hoping for your deck to do. Yeah, let's take you out. I don't want to overcommit to the board, do I? Playing anything is not great because it gets Be Prepared. And now at this point I actually actively should hold the mini just to have the ink. What I like is in this position, normally, you know, if I was sitting in one Be Prepared, you need to commit more to the board. You need to get your opponent to feel comfortable in going wide, to take them out. But in this particular position, I can feel pretty comfortable in spending 2 turns being prepared. Still totally fine. Opponent's gonna be like, okay, there's 2 Be Prepareds gone. My opponent's actually gonna get to see that I had all 4 in my hand. Good read, opponent. That's an inkable for sure. Beast. So wait, you discard and you do damage? And pick a lane. That's probably why you're not doing so hot. If I overdevelop, could have some issues. Right, just playing a thing gives them a target for Beast to just go off. It makes me not want to play any characters. Can't just not play characters though. There we go. That's a good use of my turn. Alright, the downside though is Merlin is now a target for a beast to untap with up to 3 times. The question is, will they risk questing again? They do. Okay, we got a Maui defeat. I think that's pretty safe, honestly. Alright, gotta try to get it back into this game. These Be Prepareds really made it obnoxious. They simultaneously made it so I couldn't really develop without making my own Be Prepareds fairly useless. And they're expensive and they're uninkable. So it's not like I couldn't develop my characters and just try to play an aggro game. It was more, I didn't have the ink to play. Smash on Maui, okay. Just Tink quest. Nope. Tink's gonna go for it. I'll draw that card. Man, getting a lot of stuff I don't want. These teeth are great. Having one in hand is good for another Lucifer. Oh, that fox is fantastic. I'll trade this. Alright, and like I said, we want to keep at least one tooth in the hand. Opponent's deck is weird. They're trying to be the damage dealing version and the discard version. And I think it makes them too thin to be effective on either front. Alright, Jasper's going to stop me from questing for a turn. There's nothing I can really do about it. I think that's fine. Let's just develop. Smash. That makes sense. Let's see. Peter Pan's shadows should be the target. Good job. That stops Minnie. Man, a lot of teeth that I really don't want. We'll stop that nonsense. Do you have to attack? Oh, what's Jasper say? Can't quest. Okay, I don't have to attack. Let's just play a teeth. Pass turn. Alright, still looking good. Funny the way this particular game broke down. That's the one that returned in action, right? Yep, another smash, so there goes Minnie. Thankfully not quite. Oh, and a replacement too. And the concession. Okay, here we go. Love that for me. Going first. Ooh, a teeth against their deck? Heck yeah. Pretty good curve, if I do say so. Let's get rid of the uninkables. I do really like Merlin, though. Let's keep the Merlin. Just get rid of the Be Prepared. Funny enough, I just want the ink. This could be important. I don't know if opponent's going to play bodyguards, but... And it is only a one of. No. Let's get rid of the goat. It is only a one of, after all. I have 3 more goats in the deck. And with my luck, I'm sure to top deck them. Whether that's good luck or bad luck. Rapunzel. Love that for me. I will develop a snake. Just to have the power down. Now next turn could be a Olaf and a teeth. Olaf and a teeth it is. Then the following turn get to bounce it with the fox. For the pseudo heal. Let's see, what are you discarding? A whole new world. Interesting. Yeah, let's teeth it. I'm not the most confident about this particular play. They could have the other Cindy, which is a way better target. Pass turn. The only downside with my Madam Mim Fox There won't be anything to attack, so the rush is largely meaningless. Okay, so they shift Tink. They shift Tink, and then they play swords, and it wipes out my board. How do I feel about the Merlin? I think I still play it. Ugh, gross. Alright, here goes my board. I am not equipped to take down a Tinkerbell. Especially a Tinkerbell that runs into a swords. Maybe I shouldn't have quested. Because if they don't have swords, then they didn't have a way to effectively take down my board. Now they don't need to use swords. Unless they want to get rid of Rabbit as well. See, no, they don't even need it because they just get to attack. Oh, big misplay. I did not think all the lines through with Tinkerbell. That is definitely my fault. And I think it cost me the game. Oh, in this position? Yeah, I think it cost me the game. I was just about to say Maui's the only thing that gives me a chance. So you're saying there's a chance? Let's see. Opponent is a whole new world gamer. I need to ink. But if I play Minnie, bounce the Maui for the heal, then I have to ink the Maui if I want to ink. Could just opt to draw cards here. I could play Merlin, possibly get my inkable, drop Madam Mim, bounce it, draw another card, potentially protect Maui, but I'm not doing much to fight the board. Nope, we're going to do this, and I think we're just not going to ink. As a Magic player, playing your lands every turn is so critical. Missing your land drops is one of the most devastating things that can happen to you. So you really got to make your plays so you're getting your lands. And I take that same philosophy here to Lorcana in ink, because ink and lands are the same thing. So I know when I miss an ink drop, it's likely going to be devastating. I don't know if it's just as devastating as it is with Magic. One would assume so. We're gonna see a whole new world. Good. Well, let's keep pressing my lead. Might see a big Cinderella here. Really nothing I can do about that beast. There's the big Cindy. Question is, are they singing songs? Got to imagine so, right? Alright, so they just put Cindy in range of Maui being able to destroy it. Right, resist 2, so I only deal 4 damage. And then it's only got 4 willpower left. Yeah, they just put themselves in a position where Maui gets to defeat Cinderella. That's great for us because Maui typically struggles with that. Be sure to ink. I do have a lot of uninkables. An opponent, again, is a whole new world gamer. It's getting harder and harder for them to want to do it, though, with Beast drawing so many cards. Another flute. It's time to start using those bad boys. They're not like Spellbook. They can just exert to gain. They don't have to pay for them. Alright, we're going to continue questing. I have no lore to steal from you, but Who would you rather keep, your card draw or your free singer? They'd rather keep the card draw. That tells me they don't really have songs that they can utilize effectively. Or at least songs that they don't really want to play. Let the storm rage on. Alright, just 2 damage. Oh, and they got another one. They're gonna sing it. Alright, they're giving up Beast. Because I don't need to defeat Beast, I just need to do damage to Beast. Opponent's hoping to close this game out with those flutes. Let's turn off the card draw. Yeah, I'm a goat gamer. Greatest of all time. Draw more cards, why not? I'll link the other one. If opponent sees I'm drawing a bunch of cards, they might whole new world me, and I kind of like my Lady Tremaine and Ursula here. I especially like that Ursula. Alright, you're gonna trade your beast for my Lady Tremaine. Swords into a swords. Oh, they're gonna get rid of the goat. Alright, they're using all of their removal. So Ursula should be able to do some damage here. Ursula should be able to threaten lethal. I don't know if they're gonna have a way to deal with it. Say hello to my Ursula. I don't know if you can beat that. You can quest for 5. Can you do 8 points of damage? I mean, you got the cards that do damage. Oh, Healing Beast. That's nice. They have an undamaged beast with 7 power. That's it. I'm giving away a booster box at the end of the month. Well, technically the first of the month, February 4th. Giving this guy away. All you gotta do is be a subscriber and a member of the Discord. Make sure you select the Lorcana tag. Your name will turn green. That way you'll be in the raffle for that. But I'm also doing the Patreon private raffle for $25 a month. Prizes are a lot more, a lot bigger, a lot more grand. You should be seeing them across the screen right now. A whole bunch of stuff. I got a really cool little store filled with a bunch of cool Disney things. So the prizes are going to change every single month. But what I'd really like to do is keep some things going, such as the booster box. That seems like a really cool one. Maybe multiple booster box for the private raffle. Depending on how many we get for that, the bigger and grander the prize is going to be. The grand prize, February 4th, will be the Enchanted Tinkerbell. This is a gorgeous card, which we pulled on the channel recently, so you guys saw this come fresh out of a pack. Super cool card. That is the grand prize. Special note, if you join the day of the raffle, you will not be counted. That's largely to stop scammers and stuff. So, yeah, let's jump back into the games. Steel Song. Okay. Going second. Not okay. That is a crap ton of uninkables. Be gone. I'm keeping Maleficent just purely so I can ink it. Okay. Sort of a recovery. World's greatest. Yeah, that's a good ink. I won't be procking that very much. Oh, can I get a teeth, please? I'll do Minnie and a Minnie. Still unclear how many people actually have the launcher, so opponent might not know what my colors are. Then again, I don't know if the old way of getting the client shows the colors now. So maybe they do. Ink Lantern Queen. Oh, it is going to be a Stitch, right? Or maybe not. Right? They're inking the rock star, so maybe they don't got the little guy. Just gonna go for the Huntsman here, okay. Quest for 2, right? Yes, it does. Quest for 2 and has some filter on it. Sorry, Dagon, you're just too far away. If opponent didn't know, they definitely know both my colors now. I will quest. No point in attacking the Cinderella. I attack it, then it sings something to get rid of Minnie Mouse, and they get a draw card, and it's all sorts of nonsense. There it is. There's the card I was thinking of. Let the storm rage on. Right, I attack them. Cindy sings it. They get value and get to remove my character. Perfect read. Can I get a fox? No, I can't. Alright, well, let's crab it up here. Alright, gains Challenger 3. Ha! You didn't see that coming. Alright, Cinderella's open to sing her song now. Might also see a commanding presence come down. But I'm thinking it's going to be Let the Storm Rage On, sung by Cinderella. If they sing it though, they got a Merlin Crab to deal with. And then they won't have their shift target. Look at that, the one of Crab doing some work. And I think the one of is important. So far of all the games I've played today, this is the only time where I'm like, man, I'm glad I had the Crab. I've never once in the rest of my games wished I had the Crab. Donald Duck. Alright, that buys him a little time. The Minnie Mouse is just worth so much more. The opponent's trying to race. Do I take out the Donald? Opponent probably has a whole new world in hand. Trade 3 characters to take down Donald? I don't think so. Do I send the Crab in though? No. I think we save it for Maui. Just assume opponent doesn't have whole new world. This is the last card in their hand, so it's the whole new world is going to be the last card in somebody's hand typically. Right? It's the last thing you want to do. You want to get all your value and then play it. So it just naturally becomes the last card in your hand. Did you just top deck an uninkable? Watch it be like, let the storm rage on. Now they gotta... Well, they could still sing that. Draw an inkable. That wouldn't be the end of the world. Oh, it was a commanding presence. And we could tell because it came from the left-hand side, so that's the card that was in their hand the whole time. Okay. Totally fine with that. Cindy can only take down this one, so let's make sure we can trade. Oh, it's Challenger. Never mind. It doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. It's not a +3 attack. It's Challenger. I will defeat this. Let's make things difficult for my opponent. I will trade Minnie Mouse, I think. Just so they don't have a free takedown on Maui. They'll have to actually attack it. Somehow both of our decks that are great at drawing are somehow in top deck mode. Alright, Tiana doesn't do anything to me. Alright, I'll make you choose. Who do you want to keep? We're probably going to keep Tiana. Even though Maui's the perfect answer for it. Ooh, got rid of the Tiana. Tasty. I think I'm still questing here. I'm trying to race them at this point. Come on, inkable off the top. That's what I need. Herc the jerk. Love Herc. Yes, inkable off the top. Never didn't had it. Say hello to my little Ursula. Sea squid. I will just quest for it here. Ursula's got big quest power. They'll take down both of these. Right? Oh, they're gonna give up. Okay. So there's gonna be a lot of resist. That's fine. I think we can do well against that. Okay, well. I'm lacking a lot of my curve. Let's do like the goat. Let's look for my curve. I'd like to get this fox down on time. Alright. Okay, turn 2's looking a little sparse, but I think we can get there. Let's ink the Minnie, play the other Minnie. I don't want to get caught with both of them. Little bit risky though. If they did, in theory, have a way to deal with this Minnie right away, we could be in trouble. Alright, what opponent? Got rid of a Hades. Man, we've been dealing in doubles this entire opening here. Where's our other Maleficent? Let's see. We're gonna ink a Maui. Quest. Pass the turn? I think so. Ink Maui, quest, pass the turn. Stay ahead of our opponent. Running the Flaversham. Interesting. Alright, well, my turn 3. I'm either developing and drawing a card now or next turn. And then the flip is the teeth. And of course, can't sing it. This is only a 1, so we are going to quest. I'm going to go for the teeth now. Let's keep our opponent off of shifting into that Cinderella. Big tink down. Bell. There goes Big Cindy. Alright, let's get a rabbit going. Lady Tremaine, not so bad. Well, if we quest here and Belle attacks, I like it. Maui gets to take down Belle, turns off their ramp. Or we could even develop Madam Mim. Potentially. Yeah, opponent's ramping very fast. This is definitely a whole new world. So is there anything I want to get down? Right? There's no reason for them to dump their entire hand if it's not a whole new world. I mean, I get my powerhouse down, Maui. Everything else is pretty much uninkable, so. Just in case it's not a whole new world, I'll keep the fox, because I do like the fox. Quest. Alright, let's see your whole new world. It's exactly what they want. They want a regular ink, they want a Bell ink, they want a whole new world. Oh, Hades gets rid of Maui. There's the whole new world. As predicted. That Belle's gonna be dangerous. We may just end up blowing up the board right now, just to stop them from being able to race us. I'm gonna need something cheap, but I got the goat if I want to do the bounce, so I probably don't need Kuzco. I think it's teeth we're getting rid of here. And we are definitely blowing up the field. I mean, not even gonna think about it. They got a bell out. They've been ramping to death. Feels bad though, losing the rabbit like that. Bell number 2. Those are good board wipe targets. I mean, those are great board wipe targets, so. Alright. Inca Kuzco, we're going to develop an Olaf. Just in case I want to go with a cheap bounce target. Cinderella. Let's see. Cinderella's not impossible to deal with. I think we're going Minnie Mouse, Peter Pan Shadow. It's just a good race for us. Let's see. If I ink the Kuzco here and I get another inkable, I can goat, Madam Mim, goat. That's 3 lore out of that next turn alone. Nope, Hades should get rid of Peter Pan's shadow, I would imagine. Really? That's the incorrect target, my friend. Peter Pan's shadow is way more devastating. Rush, gain, evasive. I don't have any other rush right now. There's a rush. Could play you. You would have evasive. All this bounce with the goat though, man, but I don't have the ink to do it all. And I got 3 board wipes down. My odds of finding the last one are very slim. Let's just develop goat. And we'll bounce it. See, I'm on +5 and I can do some goat shenanigans next turn. So they need to defeat Olaf. Only brings me up to 16. Can I swing an additional 4 with the goat? I don't know. Probably not. There goes Peter Pan. That's huge. Now they can attack one of my upright characters, but they're not going to. Alright, I have to find a way to win. So I've said quest all, I'll go to 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 at best. 19 at best, I think. So close. The opening hand was not ideal. Okay, not even 19. I can't quite get there. I'm an ink shy of getting to 19. So close. Good game, opponent. Opening hand was atrocious. Can you imagine? I got this far with that opening hand. Ketchup and mustard. Okay. It's a little too many of the 1-drops. Let's do something like that. Nice. Got the curve filler. Mini, Kuzco Mini. Into rabbit. Well, I don't need this many little guys. I mean, that Maleficent Dragon's probably going to get inked at some point, but... hey, we'll see. Yep, I'll just keep top decking stuff I don't need, and then we'll just hold on to the dragon the whole time. Very unlikely, but we'll see. Yeah, like right now. Having that curve filler is very nice. Having a curve filler that doesn't bounce my first character is really nice. I like the inclusion of Kuzco. And he's at that like perfect level where like he doesn't care if he gets teethed, right? He's drawing a card. He replaces himself. I want a Tigger, so it's an evasive deck. Okay. Good thing we're running Peter Pan's Shadow. Now, the trouble is we're going to have to actually get Peter Pan's Shadow. And some foxes. Interesting. Ah. For the damage. So Rapunzel just replaces itself. So that's just a Madam Mim Sorcerer. Sorceress? Sorceress. Alright, Maui's not coming down yet. Opponent's keeping the pressure on. They want me to race. Well, we should keep the pressure on too then. Something that replaces itself. Next turn's a Maui. That'll start taking down some stuff. If that Simba decides to attack again, I'll use Merlin to take down Simba. Mufasa. All quests. Alrighty then. Ooh, interesting. We got a bouncer. But I think we're inking it. Alright, here's the question. Do I throw some other stuff? Yeah, if I throw the other stuff, Merlin and Minnie, I could take down Rapunzel. Opponent's lead is starting to get pretty big, right? So I need to take out their stuff. And I think if I'm going to choose to lose a character, I'm going to choose to lose Kuzco. So I get the card draw. Oof. That's like all of the Olafs in this game, isn't it? Alright, our questing is tied. And I have the lead, but it is a back and forth lead. Another Rapunzel? Oh, Lady Tremaine. Because I am sitting on a board wipe, I will give up the rabbit for more card draw. Maui. I'd love for them to attack with Mufasa. That would be hilarious. Alright, well, let's start here. That way we have everything on the board. No Mufasa getting bonuses out of Be Prepared. See, I don't have Peter Pan's Shadow just yet, so I can't quite play a Rush Fox evasive. I think we'll use this turn for setup. And I don't want my opponent to feel like we're not progressing, right? Because if we stop committing to the board, they're going to feel like, okay, Be Prepared is coming. Mufasa's good. A little Be Prepared protection. I'm curious if they run any Be Prepareds in their deck. Mufasa definitely hits, right? It just depends on what it's going to hit. Yeah, everything they have is quest for 2, which is super annoying. Alright, not impossible. Goat. Fox. Take it down. Pass the turn. They could choose to trade with the fox here. And they do. Okay. I'm fine with that because that means they're not questing either. Alright. How can I do this? I can't. I can't! There's no way to deal with Mufasa. I have to hope to draw something. And then when it comes to like my removal stuff, it's... I mean... Technically there's Ursula in the deck. But I won't be able to cast it. And there's Be Prepared. But then Mufasa replaces itself, and I would have to hope that it replaces itself. And I also don't have enough ink to do this to draw a card and get Be Prepared. Oh, it's just super unfortunate. And I'm 1 ink shy of being able to cast it again. Ugh, gross! Gross, gross, gross.